The 3DEXPERIENCE platform provides all the collaborative spaces you need to store your data and make it available to the right users. The 3DSpace app is the hub for storing all content that users will need to access and share with one another. This data management tool allows you to store, share, and preview document types relevant to your project. This can include native CAD designs like models created directly in the XDesign app, or other documents such as tracking spreadsheets, design specifications and standards, or purchase orders. Owners can set the right access levels to any collaborative space created in the 3DSpace app, guaranteeing that members can contribute to the project based on each person's role. In this lesson, I'll go over how data is stored in collaborative spaces of the 3DSpace app. I'll also show you how to create new collaborative spaces, invite members, set visibility levels, move data around within those spaces, and preview and delete documents. Before I dive into how to create and navigate collaborative spaces in the 3DSpace app, I first want to show you how data is stored on the platform. For example, if I go to the XDesign app in the My 3D Modeling Apps section, I can start a new component, and I'm then asked to choose the collaborative space where it'll be stored. I'll click the drop-down list, which shows all the spaces I have access to. And in this case, I'll choose Miter Saw. When I click OK, the new data is created directly within the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. I'll quickly name this design Guard Attachment, skip ahead to show the basic geometry, make sure to click Save, and now I'll navigate to this part found in the collaborative space. I'll open the 3DSpace app. Then double-click on the Miter Saw collaborative space thumbnail shown here, and I'll click on these dots here to sort the data alphabetically. Now when I scroll down to the G section, I can see the data I created listed here. The 3DSpace app stores both native CAD information as well as other data types stored in the collaborative space. This means that I can preview and delete any of the files shown. To show you an example, I'll delete the guard attachment data I just created. I'll click on the arrow underneath its name, then choose Delete from the list. Designs can also be previewed directly in the collaborative space. For instance, I can double-click on the Guard Movable Blade data shown here, which brings up a preview of the model using the built-in 3D Play Viewer. Depending on the data type you're opening, you'll be equipped with a variety of tools. For example, if I want to measure the inner gap where the blade lies, I can select the Measure tool below. Then click on one interface as well as the other, and the distance is displayed. All this data is currently stored in the Miter Saw collaborative space I chose when I created the guard attachment in XDesign. But what if there are contributors adding data to multiple collaborative spaces? You'll need to navigate between them. To do this, you can either select from the list on the left within the 3DSpace app, or you can go back a level at the top to show all the spaces, and then double-click on the thumbnail to enter the one you're looking for below. This makes it easy to navigate the collaborative space you're looking for. What if you need to make a new collaborative space? It's a straightforward and simple process. Just go back to the top level, My Collaborative Spaces, at the top. Then click on the drop-down and select New Collaborative Space. This brings up the specifications you set for the new collaborative space. First, give it a name, which I'll title it Workbench. Then a description, which I'll type in Workbench Design for Power Tools. And then I need to set the visibility type as well as the family. The visibility section defines which types of users can access the data stored in this collaborative space. As the text displays, a private collaborative space makes the data available only to members invited to this collaborative space. A protected collaborative space makes the content that's released or obsolete available to all members in the platform. A public collaborative space makes all the content available to all users in the platform. Be sure to choose the visibility level that best suits your needs. It's also important to note that you can change visibility types later on, but only in certain cases. The basic idea is that private content can be made available to more public users, but not the other way around. This means that a private collaborative space can be changed later to be protected or public. Similarly, a protected space can be made public, but it can't go back to being private. This also means that creating a public space must be kept public. It can't be changed to be private or protected. In this example, I'll keep it set to private so I can control all the users that are invited to the data stored here. The last section to specify is the family type. There are two options here, Design and Standard. Creating a design family is intended to be a workspace for custom components, concept models, and revisions to designs that are evolving. These are designs that aren't typically replicated across other projects or models. By contrast, a standard family is intended to store files, components, and designs that are commonly used in various projects and models. This can include fasteners, tooling components, design alter documentation, etc. Any parts or files stored here can be accessed by other users. In this case, I'll set the family to Design, and when I click Create, the new collaborative space is added, which appears in the list on the left, and the thumbnails shown here in the collection of collaborative spaces. Once you've created a new collaborative space in the 3DSpace app, you'll want to make sure others can be added to the space and navigate it properly. This includes inviting members, changing the thumbnail for the space, and sorting information within it. This Workbench collaborative space is currently private, meaning members can only access the content if they're invited to it. To do this, click on the arrow next to the name of the collaborative space at the top, then select Add Member, and type in the name of the person you'd like to add. Contributors can view and comment on data, authors can add content, and leaders and owners can delete, move, and control all aspects of the data in the collaborative space. I want to add a leader and owner to this space, so I'll type in the name and click Add Member. There are a couple other locations you can add members. You can click on the Info panel here in the top right corner. Then select the Members tab to show all users that have access. Clicking this icon will add a new member. There's also some valuable information here about the collaborative space. You can see the details of the space, such as its name, type, owner, creation date, and other valuable information. This tab shows analytics about the collaborative space, which you can scroll down to see the various analytics types. The last location to add members is from the top-level view of the collaborative spaces. If I go back one level to show them all, you can click on this arrow here and choose Add Member from the list to add other users. You may want to make it easier to identify collaborative spaces by uploading a thumbnail image. To do this, click on the arrow next to the collaborative space at the top, then select Change Thumbnail Picture, and choose the image you'd like. This updates the collaborative space, and you can see the new thumbnail added when viewing all the collaborative spaces at the top level. Once these members are added, they'll have access to the content included in the collaborative space.